Hey, Satanico here once again for God Loves Comics, and we're in May 2021. It's already been a rough year for me. Everybody said 2020 was the bad year. But fully vaccinated, ready to rock. I'm going to keep the mask on for a while though, because I look better with it. Actually, I think everybody looks better with it. Anyway, we're going to start off slow with some romance comics. I love these romance comics. I don't think anybody else does, but I love them. Well, obviously somebody else does because they're usually pretty expensive, but this was a great deal if you know how tough it is to get these romance comics for the cheap. This is Falling in Love, number 92 from DC, as you can see. I got this and three others, I should say, 4 romance comics for $20.50. Unfortunately, $9 shipping. It's a bit steep. I mean, especially for first class mail. People are getting carried away, but anyway. Actually, maybe they put this in I don't remember if they put this. I have to cut these things open before I film the video because it is unbelievable how much tape and it's insane. I understand that people are trying to protect the comics, and I really appreciate that, but people go crazy, and you almost damage the comic just trying to extricate it to free it. This is Heartthrobs 126. Beautiful. Really nice condition. It's got some bends right here, but it looks great in the bag, and the spine looks fantastic. And this one actually looks pretty nice too. I'd say probably very good, and then this is fine for sure. Unless it's got something that I'm missing. Don't ever love me. Baby, I'm crazy about you. I want to marry you. Oh, Jimmy, why did you have to spoil our romance? I can't marry anyone. Okay. And, I don't think I wrote down who the artists were. A lot of them are sort of... Sometimes they go nameless, but a lot of them are, tend to be J. Scott Pike, sometimes Joe Sonat, sometimes Vinnie Coletta. Obviously, the big names are, even though J. Scott Pike is a big name, and those other guys are too, but I mean, the ones that are pretty expensive are when John Romita Sr. does some interior art and a cover. And then this is DC Love Stories. Somebody wrote 5 cents on it, but obviously 20 cents. It has what looks like a subscription crease, even though I don't think these... I don't know if... I guess they sold these for subscriptions. I'm pretty sure I saw this when I was buying these, and I thought it was certainly the worst of the group in terms of condition. But like I said, these first two alone are easily worth $20. You can sell them for that. More than that, obviously. This one is pretty beat up, even though the cover still presents really nicely. And I remember I've seen this online before. Love ran away, but I was tied to a wheelchair. There's always, he's in a wheelchair too. To him, I was just a puppet on a string. I mean, these things are crazy. And then there is A Date with Judy. Woo woo, Judy. She's way out. One more word, Oogie, and so are you. Anyway, that's a pretty nice cover. Really nice cover. Like the design of her dress. I mean, that's one thing that's always impressive about these romance comics artists, most of whom went on to draw superheroes or, other, whatever in the time period was hot, westerns, crime fiction, stuff like that. But, they must have ripped up a lot of fashion magazines or newspaper articles or whatever with fashion, because they were pretty good at designing dresses. They should have gone into couture. But now we're going to get to... Oh, okay. And let me open this. This, I was thinking, man, what did I get here? I forgot. But it must be something amazing because it was entombed. Multiple boards. Tons of tape. And then I realized this is the least impressive comic in here. Not art-wise, it's fine, but it was a mistake to buy. Like I said, these 4 romance comics cost $20. Now, there you go. You would say, why is that a mistake? I mean, it's a Steranko cover, even though I abhor Steranko's politics, so I kind of boycott him in a lot of ways. But I buckled down and bought this. I know I went to eBay and I was just looking at random, comic slots or whatever, and this was almost up in terms of maybe it had one bid, maybe it had no bids. I think it had no bids. And it was almost up, and I just kind of impulse buy, went ahead and clicked it because it seemed so cheap. $3.25, and it was 20-cent comic, but for some reason it didn't register. Of course, this is a reprint. That's fine. I mean, you still get a cover, and it still had some nice art inside. I think it has Kirby art inside, but I'll have to look again. But the problem is, I mean, it was only $3.25, but then with shipping, it was it was $9. So, for this reprint, it's definitely not worth that. It's the kind of thing that I should have gotten in, if I was buying other comics and then just got them to combine shipping and I could pay $3 for this, then I would have done it. But to get it for $3, $3.25, and then to have the shipping and pay $9 for just this comic and it's just a reprint, not worth it. I mean, it just feels like a ripoff. But the guy did ship the hell out of it in terms of packaging. Now we get to the big books. And also, I've got these Star Wars back here. I wasn't really doing that as any sort of theme. It's just whatever I can put back here, I will. But I actually do have some big Star Wars books coming up. Not big, but, pretty nice. But there's a big one. Uncanny X-Men 134. Beautiful condition. And I've never owned a copy of these, and now, as I've been doing lately, now I have two, just in the past couple of months. This was a great deal, though. The other one cost me quite a lot. I forget, but and I think it was about 7.5. This, I don't think they graded it. I was looking at it, but man, that's a nice looking copy. I'd say at least a 7.5, but it looks like an 8. Could even be a little bit higher. I'll have to look at it. It's in Mylar, so they packaged it nicely. But this only cost me $36, which, if you know this issue, that's a pretty damn good deal. Unfortunately, it was another $8 shipping. I think I bought it solo, so up in the $44 range. But especially X-Men. I've been buying a lot more of these lately, and it's back to getting really hot in terms. It's a comic that never seems to die, and especially these issues, and has great John Byrne and Terry Austin art, of course, and so I think a really good buy. Here's the Star Wars. That's one. This is one that I actually own from the original run. But I may own, I'm not sure if I own the newsstand or not. It's kind of a little weird. It's kind of weird they have this, just Star Wars here. Obviously, you can see this is direct. And I remember buying this one. I wasn't a big fan of Carmine Infantino's art, or certainly Howard Chaykin's. I like Howard Chaykin. I like Carmine, but... and Carmine's art was a little too stylized for Star Wars for me, and Howard was just kind of phoning it in. When he does his own stuff, like American Flag, it can be amazing, but it was just kind of pedestrian. But this was Walt Simonsen. I was a little thrown off by this crazy rabbit character. When you think about it, maybe a precursor to Jar Jar Binks, but actually a lot cooler than Jar Jar. But this actually now is a key, and I was kind of shocked to find that out. But it is indeed a key. It is the first, it's the first Baylert Valance, who is a bounty hunter. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a key, at the time. I bought it a long time ago. So now I have a second copy, and this is actually in really beautiful condition again. Let's say probably 9.2, 9.4. And then next up, another bounty hunter. The only bounty hunter. It is Boba Fett. Beautiful cover. I never thought I would be buying a Wizard half, but for some reason, I've been buying a few. I still consider this a modern comic. Been buying a few modern keys, whatever you want to call them. There's no real key element to this other than it's just a really cool looking cover, and people are absolutely gaga over Boba Fett. I think it's Tim Bradstreet. Yeah, I think so. It's signed right there. But yeah, it's really cool. But I paid a pretty penny for it in a way, $27.20. But it is near mint, and it looks it. And I just kind of had the idea that I could actually bundle it with this, you know, as a bounty hunter duo special if I was going to flip them or sell them for some reason. So there you go. But here is, I've got a couple of other big books coming up, and when I say big, I mean physically big. But here is the piece de resistance, the coup de grace, is Star Wars 43, and the story behind this, and it is a beautiful copy, I will say, but the story behind this, of course, I even told this in the last video and a prior video when I got those 10 Star Wars. I got a lot of 10 Star Wars last year sometime for about 31 bucks. And it was, you know, it had 43, it had, obviously it didn't have 42, that's the first Boba Fett, but it had 43, which is a key because it's first Lando Calrissian, is the second Boba Fett. I guess Boba Fett's in this, I'm not sure. This was one of the ones I didn't have also from my original collection, and then I was able to catch up and buy this one quite a while back. But anyway, the point is I bought this, bought 10 of these, not 10 of this copy, but 43 was in there. I think 44 was in there. And then there were 8 others from the Bronze Age, you know, in the 50s and 60s. So an incredible buy for $31. I ended up selling 43 for $81. And then, even though I still have one copy of this, I wanted to buy another one. Somehow got into a bidding war and ended up paying $107. Actually, $117 with shipping, so not cheap at all. And this issue has not been worth anything for 40 years, you know? And now suddenly it's red hot. Not as hot as the 42, but I mean, you can see the price. Crazy jump. It is a beautiful copy, though. I don't regret it. And now a blast to the past from my childhood. Oh, yeah, Son of Origins. Son of Origins. I still have the original comic. I still have my original copy. Somebody bought as a gift for me when I was a child. And I bought another one that was really beautiful. Crisp white pages. I mean, the white in the cover was really nice, and sold it for, I think, $50 to someone who also had the same nostalgia bug and actually didn't have to ship it. It was somebody local, which is a rare occasion. And so when I see these, I'll buy them. I usually forget to look for them, but I saw this one, and I got it for a good deal. I think I made a best offer. I think they had it for $35 or something. I offered $20, and they actually accepted. And the only problem is the shipping. Again, $11, man. Come on. I wish you'd just send it media mail. Take your chances. But it's a really nice copy. It's got a little blunting here. It's got a little blunting there. It's got a little tear at the very bottom. You can see, yeah, you can see it. But all in all, really nice. As I said, with the shipping, end up costing about $30, but it's a $50 book. I mean, it's pretty easy to sell for $50 if you find the right person. And great nostalgia buy. I still have my original copy. It's also in beautiful condition. Maybe better in this. Well, definitely better in this, but this is nice. Now, one more gigantic book in actual terms of size. It's all wrapped up in eBay. This was easy to open. I like it. And there it is, upside down, but it is another Conan Treasury edition. And again, I think I made a best offer on this. This is a pretty sought after book, especially to find it in decent condition. And I paid $20 for this too. $20 for Son of Origins, $20 for Conan Treasury. Those are great deals. Got a little tear again at the bottom. Maybe the same owner as the Son of Origins. Of course not, but a little bend here, a little bit. But, you know, for these, which are almost never bagged or boarded, especially from that era, this looks great. And you see Barry Windsor Smith's art in full size. I actually showed one of these recently because I finally relocated. This is what's so strange. I had a copy of this and I misplaced it for a very long time, for 4 or 5 years, I don't know. And then I just found it a couple of weeks ago in a stack of original art that was in a USPS flat rate box. I was really happy to find it. I knew I still had it. I just didn't know where I'd misplaced it. And then suddenly it reminds me to look online for another one, and I find another decent copy. And it is very hard to find a decent copy of this. But this is the copy I already had. And I think I got this one for like $12, $10 or something. Maybe even less, maybe $8 or, you know, maybe I'm thinking with the shipping. So, it was a great buy. And this is actually a nicer copy. Yeah, really nice copy. Beautiful. So now I have two. Happy to have them. Love Barry Windsor Smith. So there you go. Conan, Son of Origins, Star Wars, all that good stuff. Lots of variety. And that's it for now. Another 17-minute video. I cannot be brief. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting, subscribing, commenting, and feel free to join the Facebook group, God Loves Comics, on Facebook, as I said, the Facebook group. That would make sense. And, yeah, you see a lot of cool posts there from every possible era. Golden Age, Modern, Bronze Age, Silver Age, all kinds of cool stuff. Incredible information. We have like an incredible group. Only about 1,400 people, but damn, some of those people really know their comics. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Tell me what you liked in this video. Which comics would you want? What do you think was a good deal? Bad buy? I think the bad buy of the week, of the month, of the year was just that $9 for that cheap reprint of Nick Fury, but you may disagree. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.